Welcome to Lionbridge's Pre-Exam Map Analyst Program Introduction video. Well done on reaching this stage of the program. This slide shows the list of agenda items we will review today. The agenda includes an overview of platforms you will use. First is the pre-exam mapping portal going through the login stage. Next will be the sample exam questions, which are in the pre-exam mapping portal, followed by radar qualification for exam login. We will then do an overview on exam preparation, followed by tips on relevance and what's important to understand, followed by data accuracy. First, let's go with an overview of the platform of the pre-exam mapping portal login. This is the pre-exam mapping portal login page. You've already received the link and login details in your pre-exam welcome mail. For username, enter in liaxnet/geo followed by your password. This directs you to our mapping portal login page, which contains all the information, documents, and guidelines you need to pass the exam. The tiles are broken down as follows into 4 categories. Exam information, which is a brief introduction and video. Exam support, which is primary guidelines, learning material, relevance, distance and rating, pin accuracy, sample exam questions, and a guide to using the exam tool. Tips and tricks, which is general tips, and frequently asked questions. Next, we will go into more detail on the pre-exam mapping portal, which contains the sample exam questions. On the home page, to get to sample exam questions, please select Exam Support. This will then take you to the page which shows the various exam supports we have available. Please select Sample Questions. This will now take you to the Sample Questions page. As shown here, the sample questions are practical rating questions that will provide you with feedback on what the correct rating is and why. They are going to help you prepare for the exam and real-life rating. We strongly encourage you to rate as many sample questions as possible and review the feedback as often as you like. There is green boxes, yellow boxes, and blue boxes. The yellow boxes is where you access the sample questions and rate them. Feedback will be provided immediately. By selecting sample questions on this page, you will be brought to the page that shows you tasks to be rated. Next, we are going to look at the Radar Qualification Exam Login platform. This slide gives an overview of the Radar Qualification exam steps. The first step is that you will receive notification mail from Radar Qualification in your mailbox. Step 2 is to ensure that you haven't received it into your spam, deleted, and junk folder. Please check all folders before getting in contact with us. Step 3. If you are not in the system, this will not work and our recruitment team will contact you. If issues with email addresses happen, you may need to be re-entered into the exam at a later date. The final step is that the exam will expire exactly 7 days to the date and time entered. Step 1 is that you will receive your Radar Qualification email. This will be sent out to you as dictated in the emails previously sent. Please note that the expiry date and time of 7 days cannot be extended, so please ensure that you check what time zone that the expiry date and time is in. Again, please check your spam, deleted, and junk folders to ensure that you did not get it. The exam consists of 2 phases. Phase 1 of exam takes approximately 1 to 2 hours, and once you pass phase 1, you automatically progress to phase 2. Phase 2 will take 4 to 6 hours to complete. There is no time limit on the exams, and you can log out and log back in anytime until the exam expires. If you fail phase 1, you do not progress to phase 2, and you will get an automated email to notify you. When you complete phase 2, you will receive a pop-up message letting you know that you have completed the exam and that you will receive an email with your result. I'm now going to briefly outline the exam preparation and steps you should follow. I will talk on these in detail over the next few slides. Firstly, please ensure to go to the pre-exam mapping portal page. This site contains all the information required to pass the exam. I will show you how to navigate through the important areas necessary. Next, the guidelines. They are critical to understanding and to read and reread, to gain an understanding of the mapping program and what is required to rate successfully on the program and to pass the exam. There are over 200 pages in the guidelines, but it is paramount to read this document. Use the search function, Ctrl+F, to search for keywords in the PDF document. This will help you find relevant sections and examples. Sample exam questions. These sample exam questions will help you relate the information from the guidelines into a real-life question. The questions will not be the same as the exam, but it will give you a similar look and feel of what to expect in the exam. You can rate these sample tasks as many times as you like, and you can review the feedback, rating, comment by clicking on the green box and selecting the query you wish to review. The recommended browser to use is Chrome. Please ensure any pop-ups or pop-up blockers are not allowed. Relevance. This is a very important area of the exam that people often do not spend enough time researching and can fail the exam on this area. We have created a document on relevance called Relevance PDF document, and it contains sample questions and the correct rating answer. This will help you with the exam once you review and understand this document. Take time to think about the distance from the user viewpoint, and if you got the result for the query, would you be satisfied? Exam itself. The exam expires exactly 7 days after you have been entered into the exam to the time and date, and there is no option to re-enter the exam, so please review all the information first before taking the exam. Information being guidelines, sample exam questions, relevance document, etc. Please note, the exam is US based and the information in the guidelines is sufficient information to answer the questions alongside the documents tools we have created to support you. Be sure of your answer or rating before clicking Save. Please note, you cannot return to previous questions to change the answer after clicking Save, but you can log in at any time to the exam, and it will start from the next question in the exam where you last saved. Ensure also to scroll down within the answer if there is more than one answer required to a question. You cannot return to a previous question. Remember to check any checkboxes that are relevant and include comments where necessary in order to move to the next question. This slide highlights some key points to remember. First, it is an open book exam, meaning you can use the support documents that we have provided for you. Always refer to guidelines for rating explanations and definitions. In the exam, use the appropriate sections in the guidelines to find the answer and to guide you on how to rate the task. Use the examples, if there is a similar scenario, to guide you on how to rate the result. The How to Rate the Results section contains a lot of examples. There is explanations included about the rating which will help you understand how to rate results like these. Do sufficient research to verify the task information before deciding on a rating. Use another map application. Use Street Food to verify the pin location. Use official websites to confirm addresses, such as business websites, United States Postal Service website, USPS, Facebook verified business accounts, etc. Check reviews on Yelp. Review the rules for the checkboxes and comments when you are in the exam. These are just as important as the drop-down ratings. Remember to keep the comments concise and easy to read. Remember, once you save, you cannot go back. You can log in and log out any time to the exam, but ensure to save your work, and it will start from the last saved question. This slide focuses in on relevance and how important it is to understand for passing your exam. Refer to the relevance document. Please note, the relevance document does not replace the guidelines. You must use both as support during your exam. Take your time in thinking about the distance from the user viewport. If you got this result for the query, would you be satisfied? Please note that the user is the yellow person in the viewport. You will see that the viewport is the square that contains the map, view, info, user, etc. The relevance document contains relevant examples that you need to be familiar with in order to pass the exam. Please check for matching examples in the guidelines for every task. Relevance is a very important part of the exam, and we really would like you to understand relevance for answering questions in the exam. The only way to understand relevance is to read and refer to this diagram while reading the guidelines. This diagram can be found in the guidelines section 1.2, Rating Workflow. In this slide, we will learn about the workflow step by step. First, ask yourself these questions on the left box. General questions. Does this query have a navigational result? Is this business closed or does not exist? Have I checked official websites, claimed social media pages such as Facebook or Twitter to see if they are open? Now we need to understand the user intent. Read the first box on the far right of the diagram. What does the user mean by this query? Where is the location intent of the user's query? Then we need to establish relevant. Please read the second box on the right. Does it satisfy their primary or secondary intent? How popular is the result? How far is the result from the location intent? Would the user be willing to travel for the result type? Now, after rating the relevance of the result, it's time to check the data accuracy of the result. Ask yourself the following questions before rating. Please note the third box on the right. Does the category match the type of result? Is the name accurate? Did I verify all address components accurately via multiple reliable sources? Did I verify via multiple map applications the pin accuracy? Did I utilize the various views, street view, standard, hybrid view, or satellite view? Did I zoom in as much as possible? This slide gives an overview on exam preparation and steps we feel you should follow to make you successful during the exam. We recommend having a notepad or Word open to copy and paste your user coordinates, viewpoint coordinates, and pin coordinates. This will help you when researching pin accuracy and distance, and it also allows you to have a copy of previously pasted coordinates that you can refer to. Multiple browsers. As mentioned, we do recommend Chrome for the various portals. However, please try multiple browsers and different browser types such as Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Firefox if you feel that Chrome is not working best for you. Intent verification. What online resources do you use in your locale? Some examples are Google Bing Web Search, official company websites, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Foursquare. Address verification. When looking for address verifications, please go to the company's official website. Please go to any claimed Foursquare pages, claimed Facebook pages, and any other websites in your country that you know are considered reliable sources. PIN verification. Please use online map applications that are considered reliable resources in your country and use Street View if it's available. When adding comments, URLs may be quite long and therefore you will need to do a URL shortener so that your comments aren't that long. It allows you to add in other comments. We recommend the URL shortener of bit.ly. It's https://bit.ly.com/. This can be used to shorten any URLs that you want to add to your comments. We are now coming to the end of the pre-exam introduction video. I will go through 3 of the most commonly asked questions. Question 1. Can I download and print the guidelines? Please note that guidelines can change from time to time, and due to confidentiality reasons, we ask you do not print the guidelines. Please view them on a browser on your computer. Question 2. What is the format of the exam? The exam consists of 2 phases. Phase 1 is multiple choice questions and takes approximately 1 to 2 hours. Phase 2 consists of a selection of drop-down and check boxes on some questions, and you need to enter comments. Phase 2 takes approximately 4 to 6 hours to complete. Please note you need to pass Phase 1 to progress to Phase 2. Question 3. When will I know the exam result? When you finish the exam, you will receive an automated email with the exam results informing if you passed or failed. Please note a breakdown of results is not provided. If you pass the exam, we will be in contact after the expiry date with the next steps. If you fail the exam, the recruitment team will keep your details on file and may contact in relation to other program opportunities for your market. Please note the homework support team will send you an email that has a webinar for questions and answers. This will be a live webinar conducted by one of the members of the team who will answer any questions you may have live. Please note you can contact us at mapping.bal@lionbridge.com. This contact email will also be in emails you have received previously. Again, to contact us, it's mapping.bal@lionbridge.com. We appreciate your attendance and participation on this program, and I hope you have found the pre-exam introduction video beneficial to help you pass the exam. Thank you for listening and wishing you the best of luck in the exam.